They were taking turns fighting, and this one guy kept asking, like, why are we doing this? And everyone's like, doing what? We're on a quest. And he's like, no, why don't we just all rush them and kill them? Why are we taking turns? And it was just like, it was hilarious. And then he finally gets so frustrated, he starts killing them, and they're all like, whoa, you can't do that.
It's like the Leroy Jenkins of D&D.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Well, I guess I should intro us. So what do we do here? Welcome to episode 18. Get ready to rumble with the Smite Force Chronicle. Or something like that. Just got a text from Jess. Not today, not feeling well. So that equals let's kill her character off. All right. So this is I guess the party. On that note, when we were here last, you guys are making your way with prisoners through the Goblin Cave, I believe, and that's all worked out pretty well so far. You negotiated with the dragon, is that correct? Dragon negotiations? Anyone from the field?
Well,
Yep.
yeah. One of us negotiated with the dragon.
Yeah.
You
and what
did.
was your? And can you tell us what the deal with the dragon was?
Yes, he let us live as long as we kill everything in the caves.
So clear the caves on your way out.
Pretty much.
So he let you pass if you clear the caves.
Pretty much.
That seems reasonable. Kind of, I admire that dragon's moxie. So, fantastic negotiating skills. Good to go. So then you guys made your way up the next layer of this, stairway up into the what seems to be some sort of a battle arena, littered with bones and spikes and bad guys. Upon arriving, the little girl was found to be in a I'm going to say cage? Cell. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. So the little girl was in a cell with Numchum, I believe. Is that correct? Numchum? Was it Numchum? Which one was the prisoner? No, Jubgub. That's right. Jubgub. Numchum was fed to an octopus. So Jubgub. Jubgub was heard to be talking to this mysterious figure in a hood. About some deal they'd made. It seems that he was a traitor and had sort of arranged for you guys to be captured. Inadvertently got captured himself and had been promised a dragon egg. Instead of delivering the egg to Jubgub, they fed him to a spider in the arena. You've also realized that there's some connection between Goblin Fuzzbuzz in the arena and the spider, because after the spider attacked and ate Jubgub, it was commanded to go to the cell and not harm the child. You don't know if the connection is only with that Wrangler. You don't know if killing the Wrangler will break that connection and then this spider will then eat the child. But you do know that Icarus did this athletic jump into the arena, grappled the goblin, and then unfortunately on the goblin's turn, it broke the grapple. This finds us today with Tempe in charge. Tempe, had you taken your turn, or do we need to advance it?
I had not taken my turn.
Awesome. So why don't you guys let's reset on what was the plan that you guys were going to your plan of attack for this level?
Can we?
Plan,
I
as
think
I
somebody
recall,
didn't. Sorry, do you all hear me?
Stop them from opening the gates. Yeah. I hear you. What's up?
Oops, sorry. It looks like Stephanos took an action the last round, but I always have to cut out at 1. What was the action in the combat tracker?
Stephanos, where were you? I think you were readied. Is that right?
Okay,
Does that
that
sound
was
right
my
to everybody?
action.
Yeah, because you were sort of
Okay.
staying. You're the healer. It was didn't want to engage in the battle quite yet.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
All right. So Tempe, you are up. I think you guys are trying to head to the southeast. Looks like there's an exit there. You found a key on the table. Across the way, you spied that. Of course, the arena is littered with goblins. And there's a beast that you've not really checked out yet in the north cage, a beast in the east cage. You know about the spider and the little girl, and that catches us up. Let's rumble, or let's negotiate, or well, I think it's too late to sneak. So, all right, Tempe.
Yeah. The cloak figure was originally over by the cages. Did he or she start making her way towards the stairs?
Yes, the cloaked
My only
figure.
question.
The cloaked figure is aware of you. Does not seem impressed or worried, and just is walking towards the stairs.
All right. Well, I feel like we should take a shot at that cloaked figure, or I can try and grapple the animal wrangler. What say you, Smite Force?
I'm wondering if, because right now Icarus is probably going to grapple Fuzzbuzz again, because Fuzzbuzz was released from the grapple from his last turn. But I think we should, while he's busy doing that, kill a spider, so at least there's like no action that Fuzzbuzz can take if Icarus can't like control or grapple Fuzzbuzz again. So maybe we attack the spider.
You don't want to
just
know
in
what the
case.
cloaked figure has to say about the dragons.
Well, I don't think that we should use our ranger to go talk to a cloaked figure. I think I'd rather a ranger go
I'm just
and
gonna
fight
try
a
and
spider.
shoot him.
Oh.
Because I
mean,
can't catch the cloaked figure.
we don't
Well,
know.
so-
I don't want to shoot him because I don't know if he's bad or could potentially have good information to get a dragon to get us out of here.
Well, remember, the spider's in a cage, so to try to hit the spider through the cage may be super difficult.
Disadvantageous.
Would it? I mean,
Yeah, it'd be
You'd have to shoot through the bars, essentially.
yeah, it'd be half cover. Unless you got unless you got it right up to the cage, in which case it would be just you could literally just shoot through the bars.
that's what I was thinking. Like, how close can you get to the spider and then potentially try to kill it through the bars?
So Tempe, you're a smart guy, right? Your brain is sort of hearing all of these inputs, and you know that you need to synthesize and figure this stuff out. So what you know, you have your options as of right now are take a shot at Fuzzbuzz, right, to slow him down, hopefully not killing him because you don't know if that's unpredictable. Take a shot at the cloaked figure to slow him down and or kill him. You don't know how strong. You don't know how strong he is. Dinjarin, you're much too large. You don't know how strong he is, or if he knows stuff, or if he will then engage and literally like wipe you all out with one snap of his fingers. And you have a spider who isn't harming the child, but is a wild card if you don't deal with it at some point, right? Because the only thing keeping it from eating the child or hurting the child is the command from Fuzzbuzz. So you've got a bit of a puzzle.
Yeah, well, Icarus is next, so I don't think I have to deal with Buzz. I'm more inclined to go after the cloaked figure. Question for the DM: what does dash do? Would it extend my range? Because I don't think
Doubles
I
your
can get to the
speed,
cloaked
so you
figure. I
can
only have-
move twice. You can move twice as far, but that is your action.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
You're basically saying
and,
instead of hitting,
see how close I can get to the cloaked figure.
All right.
So do I need to roll dash first?
No, you don't have to roll dash at all. You just have
Or
to tell me
I'm
your
just
dash.
declaring my action.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're just
I'm
declaring it
gonna
and then move twice. And so your movement speed
Okay.
is
30.
what, 30? So you can go 60. That's your first 30?
Yeah.
All right.
That doesn't really feel dashy though.
This is
No,
Very-
was
This
it
is
really
going
laggy
really
for you guys
slow.
too? Yeah, like
I was
normally it's
that's a
faster
very
than that.
slow dash.
All right, let me see if you. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. Nothing, no obstacles. All right, now
Pitter patter.
you are right up on the dash figure. And what I don't know is I don't think he gets an opportunity attack because you weren't escaping him. I think you're good to go. So you're up next to the cloaked figure. All right. Next turn is Icarus. So Icarus is going to try to grapple. That was what you guys want. You want her to grapple, right?
Yeah.
Grapple Fuzz. And she does not grapple Fuzz. So she failed to grapple. Bummer. Tyros.
I am really glitchy right now with Fantasy Ground. Hang on 1 second here.
Yeah, I'm getting the spinning wheel of death a lot.
That
Yeah,
sucks.
my map shifted and I'm trying to recenter it here.
Wow, someone stumbled upon us. Pedikin. I don't think we've ever had a follower before, so hello.
Tyros is seeing that Wrangler Fuzzbuzz is going to be taken care of, hopefully grappled at some point soon. I'm going to take a shot at Goblin Fighter Jabberjaw, just so that he doesn't have an attack on Tempe, and giving Tempe a free reign against the cloaked figure.
Awesome. Using a ranged weapon, I assume?
Yes, longbow.
Good shot.
Nice.
Thank you.
Well, on your behalf, I say nice. On the behalf of Jabberjaw, not so much. All right. So, you connect. You connect with Jabberjaw, and man, you do some serious damage to the poor little guy. He's not feeling too good now. All this blood in the arena starts to really excite some of the creatures in the cages. Lo and behold, we have a ghast. Are you guys familiar with the ghast?
We are not.
No.
They are quite
Nope.
ghastly, right?
They are.
I'm a gas.
You are. Oh gosh, there's so much. So I dropped a link to the NPC just so you could learn a little bit about the ghast if you're not familiar. They're necrotic and quite honestly, probably not someone you want to invite to a party. But this ghast is currently in a cell. Can't do too much. So unless he's freed, he's going to not be able to do a whole lot. Brings us to Fram, the child. So Fram sees the spider, and she's just gonna move away a little bit, right? She doesn't have a lot of trust that this spider's gonna hang tight. She does call out to her dad and lets him know that she's okay. So Flintstone's relieved, and you can imagine that he's probably going to be focusing on getting his daughter out of this. This brings us to Goblin Archer Spork. Spork spins around, and with her short bow, goes after Icarus. And connects. Barely. So, Now Icarus has a little boo-boo on her paw. But the good news is, maybe this will be the beginning of the turning of the tides for the goblins. Brings us up to Alexandria, our fine feathered friend.
Hello, sorry. Okay. I want to take flight.
All right. So if you can fly 50 feet, you have plenty of room. Looking up, you see that there is no ceiling in this section, and you can see up about 3 different layers. So three additional levels of cave. And they all sort of look down into this arena.
Should we try to swoop the key?
Can you fly that far, Alexandria? What's 50 feet?
The key?
Key's probably like pretty far. What? Yeah, I don't even know if you can fly across the pit.
Yeah, it's like 75 feet. I could get part of the way to the key.
Yep. Well, I mean, between you and the key are goblins. So remember, they'll have an attack of opportunity if you get within melee range of them.
Okay. Tragically, I have no darts available. Okay. I'm gonna fly like 50 feet in this direction. Yeah.
All right. 50 feet. Are you staying in the air?
Careful of the spikes.
Yes, I am staying in the air.
Okay. You're in the air. About how high?
Say I'm 30 feet above the ground.
Okay. Boy, is this super laggy, you guys? Is it just me?
Yeah.
It's really laggy.
And it's overclocking my computer as well.
I hear that, the hiss. All right, Alexandria. You have
Right, then I'm
made your move. You can take an action or get ready or whatever you want to do.
I want to attack with my short bow. I will attack Goblin Archer Pickletooth.
Nice. I love how you guys have to say these names. All right, so you connect. So Alexandria sort of hovering midair, bow raised, attack from above. Connects. And what kind of damage are we looking at, Alexandria?
V.
Well done, winged friend.
Woo!
This will not stand. And what are you?
Your
All right.
bird's nightmare.
your bird's nightmare. Yes, you need a catchphrase. All right. Similar to the gas, in the other cell is a Grick. It too is not happy to be to be behind bars, and is biding its time until it is released. It goes without saying that these creatures have tried to get out. In case you wonder why I'm not just rolling to see if they can break through the bars. Let's just assume that they were smart enough to have tried that. All right. So Jabberjaw, fresh off of getting hit with an arrow, sees Tempe right in front of him. But before connecting with Tempe, sort of calls out,
What am I to do? What am I to do? Stay here? Fight? What shall I do?
and the hooded figure, just sort of spins around. Look, I'll make him spin. Spins around and says,
hold them at bay. I'm gonna head upstairs and take care of something.
And with that, Jabberjaw is going to attack. He's going to move in, actually, with on top of Tempe, and attack with his scimitar. Man, this interface is jankified today.
Can I ready myself?
Did you ready yourself? No, you couldn't have readied yourself. You couldn't ready yourself because that's an action.
To do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens. So Jabberjaw, grabs a scimitar, brings it down upon Tempe, and does a moderate amount of damage. And Tempe, you weren't really ready for this, right? Because you had just literally ran twice as fast as normal to get into position, so you weren't really prepared. So it does make sense that that Jabberjaw connected. This brings us to Jinjarin.
I'm just gonna walk forward right here.
All right. So you've moved forward.
And that's it.
No readiness, no anything else. Just hanging tight.
Just hanging tight.
All right. That brings us to Syl. So Syl is your archer, and she saw the one ranger. She saw Tempe went after. She saw Tempe went after the hooded figure. So I think that what Syl would do would be to go after the spider. What do you guys think? It's your party. I want to make sure that I play her apropos.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're on point.
20. And then she can move another. She can move 30, correct?
Yeah.
So that'd be 10 more, right? Boom. Oh man, this is so janky. I don't know why it's so jerky. I played last night with another party and it was smooth as silk. But it's janky for all of you guys, right?
Not for me.
Yeah.
Not really.
It's pretty glitchy for me. I got the pinwheel quite a bit.
Yeah,
Well,
if I even move the map a little bit, it basically gives me the spinning wheel.
Crazy. I'm on a meaty gaming computer with an RTX 3090 and the crazy ass horsepower, and this shouldn't even make it burp, but something's going on. All right, so all right, she's actually going to go. She's going to roll. Half, and she's going to use her longbow and attack the spider through the bars. And it just, ping right off of one of the bars. But it was worth a shot. All right, so the cloaked figure, has made his intentions clear. And he's going to move himself up the stairs. So you guys see him. He doesn't quite make it completely out of range. So he's still on the map, but one more grid forward and he's gone. He is going to, no, he's not going to ready. He's going upstairs, so he's not going to ready himself. His intent is to leave. That brings us to Glory.
Yes, it does.
The power and the glory.
Right. So, I'm gonna move. So, just to make sure that the cloaked figure is more than 60 feet away from me.
Yeah.
He is? Okay.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
we can do some math here. Hold on, let's find out. So if I take your character and I say command and I drag it, he is 75 feet.
Alright, then I'm just going. Can you explain readied spell? Because I don't have any more spells. I need to have a long rest before that. So that means I can't ready a spell anyways, right?
Right. Yeah, you
Okay.
can only use.
All right.
Well, you have pack magic, right? So you have 2 slots for pack magic. So you have 2 more
don't-
spells, right?
Okay. I don't know what pack magic is. Sorry.
I think it's an attribute because of the characteristics of your character.
Okay.
That seemed like a redundant sentence. That allow you to get 2 additional first level slots. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I make up the rules anyway. So the way I see it, you have a total of 3 slots. You've used 1.
So I have a spell for Armor of Agathis, and I was gonna take that and then move, or move and take that.
So that'll take your action.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna move 30 feet to here. And then I'm going to...
no, you're not going to move 30 feet line of sight. You do require an athletics check.
Oh.
Right, because you're jumping across the arena.
Got it.
So I'll cancel that. You either have to stick along the side, and then you have 5 feet left. Sorry. I'm a stickler.
No, that makes sense. Okay, now it's lagging. I don't even know how far I went. Did I do 30 feet? How many feet did I do?
You have 5 more feet.
Okay, I want to just do 5 more feet here, and then I did the Armor of Agathis. Do I need to roll any dice?
Nope, you've already done it, right?
Yep, it's damage.
Wait, hold on.
What?
What did you do? Gloria's casting Armor of Agathis, which has this. All right. Hold on. Let's look up what. Let's make sure that that's a thing.
As a protective magical force surrounds you, manifesting as a spectral frost that covers you and your gear. You gain 5 temporary hit points. Oh. Okay. So if a creature hits you with a melee attack while you have these hit points, the creature takes 5 cold damage. Okay.
It didn't give you the 5 though, so I can give you. You get 5, so I'll give it to you. Now you have 5 additional hit points.
Okay, cool. Then that's it for me.
Groovy. Hit your next actor, and we'll go.
There you go.
All right, so Pickle Tooth, spins around, and it says,
"Looks like we're having chicken for dinner, boys."
Grabs his short bow, aims at Alexandria, and does connect.
No. What did I ever do to him?
Oh. Why did he do half? Oh, crap. Well, that was your G... I forgot to uncheck half. So you hit half, but you were up in the air. So when he hits you, you now fall to the ground, and you're going to take some bludgeoning damage.
No.
Yeah. Yes, I'm sorry. I can't figure out how to do that in this tool that is so obvious. Alright, hold on. Anyone have an idea on how you do bludgeoning damage in this? Anyone?
Don't you usually have to bludgeon someone?
No
You do.
idea.
Well, she takes bludgeoning damage from falling and hitting the ground, and this is something that I guess no one's ever fallen before, but I've not done this in Fantasy Grounds, so I'm stupid and do not know how to make it happen. Well, you live, because I don't want to slow the game down. You're not gonna take the bludgeoning damage. I'm going to look it up while the next person takes their turn. All right, which is Goblin Boss Slap Happy. So Slap Happy, unhurt, spins around, sees Alexandria, but also sees Icarus, attacking Fuzzbuzz. Knows that Fuzzbuzz is the Wrangler, so grabs its javelin, tosses a javelin at Icarus. And misses, and just sort of flies and adds itself to the decoration that is already the spikes in the walls of this arena. All right, that is the end of round 12. Brings us to Chob. Chob thinks you're onto something, and or thinks that Sill's onto something, and he's going to make his way over to the cage. How far can he move? 30. Boy, he sort of breakdances his way to the cage at this point. All right, and he is right up against it, so he's going to attack with his longbow the spider through the bars. Oh God! So. Yeah, so he's now he's now exhausted, and 2 levels of exhausted, and missed the spider completely. This brings us to Fuzzbuzz. Fuzzbuzz is not grappled, and is going to just sort of spin around and attack Icarus with its scimitar. And misses. And then is going to use its move to get out of dodge. Now, because it did this, Icarus gets an attack of opportunity. So let me bring up Icarus. With a melee weapon. Even though she's not next to it, before it left, she had an attack of opportunity. But she missed. Brings us to the giant spider, right, who just sort of rattles around and, does nothing because it's been commanded not to harm the child yet. Now we're back to Stephanos. Now, so Stephanos, when you read the room, you notice that Alexandria is a little hurt, you're a little hurt, and Tempe's fairly hurt.
He is barely hurt.
Yeah, he's about halfway through his life if you look at the indicators up there.
Okay. I'm going to move into the arena. Oops. Why is it zooming in when I'm moving?
I do not know.
That's so weird.
I will say that not only is my gaming computer all janky, but my work Mac, the Mac next to me, is also being really weird.
I said a move. It's not moving, but I'm moving a little bit closer to Icarus.
Okay, so if you're gonna move closer to Icarus in that direction, you need to do an athletics check. So you're gonna jump. You're gonna jump off the. You're gonna jump across the spikes.
Oh, I didn't realize there were spikes there. I see.
Yes. All right. Cancel the move.
I probably shouldn't do that. Okay, sorry.
You're a nimble little thing, but
Yeah, I didn't realize that there were spikes. So I'm just gonna move behind the shrubbery closer to Seb.
All right. You're over there. Got it. You sort of ease your way around. Okay.
And we're not killing the Wrangler, right, guys?
At this stage, I don't
Maybe
think we
I'll
are.
Right.
Yeah. Actually, how far does the crossbow go again?
If you look in your stats for it, you have the light crossbow, right?
Yeah, like crossbow.
80.
80. Okay. I might try to hit. Wait, is that too far? Goblin Archer's 4. See if that.
All right. Dude, you're hitting what now? Which one? Ooh, crit.
Goblin Archer's 4.
Awesome. So let's see. Turn your head and cough. So you've done some moderate damage. It says you literally turn your head and cough and breathe a 30-foot cone of random damage type where it will cover most of your enemies. Dex DC is 10 plus your level, half save. Damage is 3 times your level. Oh, Jesus. All right. So 30 feet is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Doesn't get to the spider. Grick is around a corner. Doesn't get to the gas. Unfortunately, this crit is useless because there is no enemy within the range of the damage. But it would have been cool. Yeah, it would have been cool because you would have probably done some annihilation of bad guys. Oh well, what can you do? All right, you gotta end your turn, and then that brings us to Tempe.
I thought I was on mute. Okay, I still want to chase the hooded figure, so I am going to get close again and ready myself to, I don't know, either grapple or shove him back down the stairs.
You know,
All right.
after you move, you'd still have an action. So you could just do it instead of ready yourself.
Ready is my action. So what, should I shove him down the stairs or try? Yeah, let's try that. So I'll go up to the top, try to shove him back down the stairs. Oh, I gotta target him.
Yeah, target him up.
All right. Oh.
All right, so you failed to shove. Oh, and your guy's now moving very slowly towards the stairs.
Dang, too bad you didn't get that first roll.
I know.
Yeah. Sorry, you failed to shove. You'd have had to get above an 18, right? Because his dexterity is an 18. What was your first roll? I'm just curious. Let's see.
It was
No,
like 13 or something.
Yeah, you wouldn't have gotten it anyway. All right, so that was your action, and that was your movement. You moved the entire distance, correct, or do you have any left?
No, nothing left. 30.
All right, end your turn, sir. And if someone wants to look up bludgeoning damage, Fantasy Grounds, and how to, I would love that because I still have not found it. All right, so Icarus finds herself in the middle of this, this arena. Kind of digs it down there. She's gonna run up the stairs, back to Fuzzbuzz. And how do you guys think that Icarus would play this? Do you think Icarus would try a third grapple, or do you think Icarus at this point would just pop Fuzzbuzz?
Probably heard him. Icarus doesn't take kindly to being attacked.
That's what my thought. Yeah.
Get
let's
out
see
your
here.
claws, kitty.
So she pulls out her warhammer and brings it down upon Fuzzbuzz's head. Oh, and it misses, sadly. That's a 16. Ends her turn. Tyros, you're up.
All right, hang on. I need to reposition my map again.
And don't forget
Right,
to pick up your kiddo.
Yep, I'm gonna do my action and then go get my kiddo here. So, seeing as how my line of sight to Jabberjaw has been blocked by Fuzzbuzz and Icarus is right there, I'm gonna move my target to Pickletooth.
All right. So you now have 2 targets. You want to remove the other target? Oh, you got it.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I just removed one. Yeah, so I'm gonna use my longbow again on Pickletooth here and hopefully just put him down to rest.
And that's the upper limit of your longbow, right? 60?
My longbow. I think
Oh no,
is
it goes
80
150. 150.
or
Right?
150. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, my bad. Make it count.
Did not make it count.
Yeah, so your arrow falls about halfway to the to the goblin archer Pickletooth, just falls harmlessly to the ground.
With that, I am going to take a step backwards and kind of just sulk into the shadows here.
All right, you gonna hide?
Yes, I am.
And if your turn comes around again, do you want to remain hidden and ready, or do you want to take an action?
No, I'll pop back out of the shadow and still try and ping off these goblins as I go.
All right, cool.
And
All right, you are.
it is. Which one do I use to hide? Again.
Nah, we just will
Stealth?
know you're hidden.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Sorry, I have to cut out. I'll see you very soon.
Awesome. All right, that brings us to the Ghast, who makes some creepy ass sounds, and that's about it. Fram, who hangs tight, and then Goblin Archer Spork. So Spork's going to come to the aid of Fuzzbuzz, run a little interference. So we go 20. Sort of out of the way. Boom. Goes leaping across the table and come on, get in there. And up against Icarus. Takes out its scimitar. Make sure I don't have anything covered. Okay, good. And misses. God dang. And just is going to sort of hang tight till the next round. Alexandria.
All right. So if I get close to the goblin, it'll have an attack of opportunity.
If you get close to the goblin, no,
Like,
it gets
if I
an
go
attack
into
of,
melee range.
No. If you go into melee range, you get to do melee. It's only if you move away from it, it gets an opportunity attack because it assumes that you were next to something and you spun by, and it swung at you as you ran away. Or if you run by something, then they get an attack as you go by. But yeah, just like going up to attack it, no.
Gotcha. Okay. And I'm currently. How much lower am I currently than the Goblin Archer Pickletooth? Because I'm in this valley bit.
Yeah, because you're on the ground, so he's probably a good 10 to 15 feet above you on a ledge.
Okay.
You could jump up it with an athletic check.
Okay. Could I fly and then get on the same level?
You can.
Okay. So I would like to stay where I am on the XY axis, but on the Z axis, take flight and ascend to 30 feet again.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's 30 feet of your 30 feet of your flight.
Okay, sounds good. And then that was a mistake. Okay, and then I'm gonna shoot again.
Oh, you hit. So you're trading barbs with Pickletooth from the air. Because you like to fall to the ground when you get hit, and you know that I don't know how to roll bludgeoning damage yet. All right, so not a super strong amount of damage, but good enough. He took another 7 points of damage, so he's sort of bleeding out on the edge of the arena. You're seeing sort of like blood run down the side of the arena wall and sort of like stain the little spikes with little droplets of blood, and you find that mildly satisfying.
Delightful. And I still have some movement left, right?
Yeah, go ahead and do the rest of your move. I inadvertently pushed the end turn button, so you still have for flight you have 20. If you want to translate any of that into actual walking, you're already out of your move, so you have 20 feet of flight left.
Okay. Trying to get kind of out of range.
Oh, and thank you, Gloria. You take 1d6 bludgeoning damage for every 10 feet of falling. So how far did you fall?
30 feet.
All right. I'm gonna roll your damage real quick. This is from the last time. 8.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm so glad that someone looked that up. So Alexandria, I just need to take off 8 more. There you go. Now we're all caught up.
Awesome.
All right. So you're moving. You don't have 15 feet left. You only have 10 feet left, right?
Oh, I thought, okay.
Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. No, you have 20 feet left. My bad. So yeah, you can move there.
Awesome. Thank you.
And you're up in the air still?
I don't think I can land, right?
Well, you could have went. You could be down farther. So at an angle, using the extra 5 feet you had left, you could probably be about 5 feet off the ground. So it'd be 1d6 damage if you get hit.
Sounds
okay.
Great.
All right, that brings us to our Grick again, still in a cage. Hopefully not for long. Goblin fighter Jabberjaw. Everyone's sort of swarming on Icarus at this point. He's gonna pop sort of over here and raise his short bow. Spins around. If this computer would stop lagging, and gonna take a short bow and attack Icarus, and connects pretty well. So Icarus, who's already sort of operating with an arrow, lodged in her thigh, finds another arrow lodged in her thigh. She's hurt but not out of the fight. Glory, you and Icarus sort of get the feeling that these archers, are sort of trying to pave the way for Fuzzbuzz. So you get the feeling that Fuzzbuzz might be up to something. End of turn. Dinjarin, you're up.
Well, seeing as how I have no ranged weapons, I am going to wait a few seconds while the map reloads so I can see where I want to move.
Awesome. Let's talk amongst ourselves.
And okay, there we go. I am going to move about right there for right now.
All right. Okay, so you move your 25 feet of your 30.
And let's see, what do we got I could do? And then...
And while you're calculating what you need to do, Dinjarin, rattling around in your head is this continual thought, like, we've got to clear the caves. We've got to clear the caves. Because literally breathing down your neck would be this dragon, this wormling, that's one layer below.
Okay, just another weird issue. I have weapons that I have in my pack that I'm not actually holding, but it's showing that I'm actually holding them. Like, I have 3 weapons when I should only have 2. Like, there's a lot of weird things going on today with it.
You have a maul, a rapier, and a spiked chain.
Yeah, I should only be showing that I have a maul and the spike chain, but for some reason it's saying I'm holding all 3.
Oh, interesting. You were also in, not in combat mode. So there you go. That's why, because you were not in combat mode.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, all of you guys have been like, when your turn comes up, I've realized like you're not in combat mode for most of the time. So I've been flipping you over onto it.
I can't do anything right now. I have the spinning ball, but what I want to do is try to use my dancing lights, and I can't even see where I wanted to put them. I was gonna try to put them behind. I think is it Pickle Tooth? No, Spork and Fuzzbuzz. Like, hopefully, maybe they'll see it and turn and get distracted a little bit. But I can't kind of do anything.
Okay, so hold on. So you're... Describe what you're trying to accomplish.
So I want to do my dancing lights cantrip. I'm going to cast it so it's... I raise my hands and cast it so that the 4 lights all appear right behind, like in between Spork and Fuzzbuzz and sort of in front of Icarus, in order the hopes to distract Fuzzbuzz and Spork so that they turn and give Icarus and Glory a chance to get out of there or take action without them really paying attention. Sure. Because I can't really see anything else to know what I can do right now. Because it's spinning ball.
So I'm going to drag something to the screen. And about how big is it?
They're like 4 small lights or a medium-sized person.
Okay, so that's what I have. Well, I have more than 4 lights. So pretend there's 4. And where do you want
it? In between Spork and Fuzzbuzz, like somewhere in between the two.
Right next to Icarus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't really move the map around and see anything.
No, mine. I don't know what's going on. Mine is super, like, not happy right now.
I guess there's a lot of people playing, so their server is slow.
All right, so they've got some dancing lights sort of spinning around, and what happens to them? Are they confused? What's the?
I'm hoping to distract them so that they turn and they're trying to figure it out. And maybe give Icarus or Glory an opportunity to either grapple Fuzzbuzz or take out Spork or.
So these lights appear like just beyond Spork, Icarus, and Fuzzbuzz. Glory can't really see them, but I'll say that the 2 goblins are like sort of spin to look, and so does Icarus. Like, look, what the hell is going on here? And all 3 are distracted because it doesn't just you can't just only target the enemies. It's I think anything within range. The good news for Glory is it's low enough that she's she just sees some people spin, she sees some sparkles, but she's not super distracted. And you have anything left in your turn? Nope. All right, it is Syl's turn. She's going to make her way over. She can move. Can she move 30 or 35? I gotta look. I think she can move.
You just moved me.
Oh, crap. I'll move you back 30 feet, right? You're right here?
Yeah, right there.
All right, Syl. Syl can move 35 feet, which puts her... It only needs to go 30. So she, too, is up against this cage. So between her and Chob, they're going to try to take out this spider before Fuzzbuzz does whatever he's up to. Because that Fuzzbuzz, man. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Pulls out her longbow and attacks. Does not have disadvantage because she can put it right between... Oh, and she connects. And on that note... Oops. 1d8 plus 5 piercing. So, the spider does take its attention off the child and just sort of spins towards Syl, and it has not been commanded not to hurt Syl and not to hurt Chob. So there you go. Brings us to the cloaked figure. The cloaked figure you guys see dash around and dash up the stairs and disappear. This brings us to Glory. So Glory, at the beginning of she's on, right? Yeah. At the beginning of your turn, I thought you were saying I'm not going to do any of those things.
No,
so-
that's my that's my
GPS.
navigation.
So as you as you take your turn, as you sort of start to make your move, you get these flashes, and your head gets a little swimmy, and you have a flash, and it's really weird. It's you're seeing sparkles, and then you sort of see this the spider, and then you are the spider, and then you see Fuzzbuzz, and you are Fuzzbuzz, and you see the little girl in the cage from across the room, and then you see the little girl in the cage next to you, and then you come back into your head.
So this is like Harry Potter and Voldemort kind of situation. All right.
Well, I don't know what what's sad is I don't know that. I know the reference. I have no idea what that means. So you're basically
I'm one with Voldemort. Okay.
Well, maybe. I mean, you're at least you think back to a little while ago, and you put a drop of this liquid in your mouth, and it sort of knocked you on your ass, and since then you felt a little swimmy, but pretty okay, right? Since you came back to, but with all this going on, it's almost like you're listening in on someone else's phone call. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Okay, cool. So what I want to do is while there's some sort of distraction, because I see that Icarus and Fuzzbuzz and Goblin Archer have kind of spun around, I do want to take this opportunity to use a cantrip, Eldritch Blast, to hit Goblin Archer's spork.
Okay.
And yes, so I'm going to do that.
All right.
There we go.
Ah, you missed.
So
it was.
Right.
Yeah, sorry. So you guys see Glory sort of shake it off, like something was going on in her head, and then she sort of pulls her hands up, and she's making all these sort of these gestures and mumbling something, and then a little poof of smoke sort of rises into the air, and a couple of little sparks, and that's it. So you can still move, Glory, if you want to move.
Well, I still have my what's it called? My armor. So I'm gonna stay here just in case Icarus needs me to give her potion or something.
Cool. And so then Icarus recognizes that you could have left her, as many have, but you've sort of hung tight. So you get +1 love from Icarus.
That's it.
All right. So Pickletooth is going to come around the corner. Right about there, past that ledge. It's going to pop into right about here. Squish his way through these mushrooms. You can do narrative now because it takes forever to move. This is maddening. Raises his short bow at Tempe and does not connect. So Tempe, you hear this arrow sort of fly by you and sort of bounce off the wall next to you on the stairs. Which brings us to Slap Happy. So Slap Happy is on the edge of the arena, sort of surveys the room, and you hear him call out,
"Free the monsters. Kill the child."
Who's
all right.
Sorry, I missed that. Who said this?
Goblin Boss
Goblin
Slap
Boss.
Happy.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, hence I assume the deeper, scarier voice for a Goblin Boss. And then he's just going to sort of double down on the key on the table. He's sort of there, and he's just going to ready himself. He's not going to do anything else at this point. So his readiness, by the way, is if anyone makes a move towards that table, he's going to attack them. All right, next round brings us to dun dun dun. Chob So, Chob spins around, doesn't like the way things are starting to go, raises his longbow at the spider, and misses. Hangs tight. Brings us to Fuzzbuzz. So Fuzzbuzz is going to make his way. Blah, blah, blah. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Come on, Fantasy Grounds. Heading over to the Ghast and is releasing the Ghast. So the Ghast is now out, and Fuzzbuzz, simply says,
Kill them all.
All right. So you've got as they say in the Mario game, a new character has joined. So, giant spider, still, hanging tight. It's not happy. It's getting shot, and it can't retaliate. It can't reach Syl, and it can't reach Chob at this point. Stefanos, you're up. Oops, Stefanos dropped. All right, so
Does Stefanos have a ranged weapon?
Stefanos has crossbow and a warhammer. She also can heal.
Gotta take out Buzz.
So, I defer to the wisdom of the crowd here. Does she try to heal up Tempe, or who else is hurting?
Alexandria and Icarus.
Yeah,
I think though because she has to get close though to do it, right?
Yeah, so Stefanos she can make it all the way to Icarus. Yeah, she can make it all the way to Icarus. If you guys think that she would heal Icarus. Would have to be healed.
Yeah, let's do that because Icarus has a turn.
Well, no, because if we have her go there, then the Ghast can get her.
Yeah, she's right in.
Well, I can put her back.
Oh, well.
You want me to undo it?
No, we don't have 2 hours.
Oh, Icarus will protect her.
Okay.
Well, I think the bottom line is if Icarus dies, you guys are in a world of hurt. Is I think what Stefanos would say. So she used her entire move, so I think she would indeed heal. How many does she have left? She has 2 more left. And combat actions. So she would cure wounds on Icarus. Ooh, nice and solid. So she legit brings Icarus all the way back to health. And is flanked by both Glory, who's badass, and Icarus, who's badass. And you guys, you know that she came in, she's healing, and as soon as possible, she's gonna step away. All right. That ends her turn though. She's out of movement. Tempe, you are up. The guy you chased up the stairs is gone. You no longer even hear his footprints or his footsteps.
I'm gonna shoot back at
You
Pickle
should
Tooth.
chase after him.
I'm going to, but first I'm gonna shoot Pickle Tooth.
All right.
With my longbow.
Nice.
Good hit.
So you connect. Nice solid hit.
And damage. That are 1.
That's it. Sometimes a 1's all it takes. So, with that,
Tooth was already hurt.
Yeah, with that, Pickletooth is oh, this isn't gonna, and then looks falls to the ground dead, with a meaty scream. Now, you still have purview of the room. You see that the hooded figure has left, right? Has went up, and you don't hear him anymore. You don't know what's ahead of you. You're a smart ranger. You don't know if you rush forward, if he's had time to rally some troops to bring them back. You don't know if you'd find death waiting for you up the stairs or even on the stairs. Or it could be empty and full of nothing but, sunshine and lollipops. On the flip side, when you assess the room, you see some pretty bad guys, right? A ghast is a formidable opponent, and you have a ghast on top of all of these other creatures. So you need to make a call. Do you move anymore? You want to make any movement, or end your turn? And if so, if you want to move, where do you want to move to?
I want to move to the next room, see what's going on in there.
All right. So
how far do I have to move?
I'll take care of it. So that'll just happen. You won't make it all the way up to the next room in this turn. So at the beginning of your next turn, you'll start to emerge and have to tell me what you want to do. And then I'll also roll some dice to see if you encounter anybody coming down the stairs. Make sense?
Okay. Yep.
Cool. All right. So you guys, the rest of the party sees Tempe sort of leave. So he heads out. All good. You kind of get it. He's going after Chob. It sort of makes sense. Icarus sees Spork and Jabberjaw and Fuzzbuzz, and this ghast, and honestly just goes for the attack that's closest at this point. And her most badass is her Warhammer. So she's going to go after Spork, and just sort of like one less combatant on the field would be good for her. She has the mentality that she just kills her way in whatever direction she's heading. Let's see if she does so. So it doesn't take Spork out, but Spork was distracted by these sparkly lights, and suddenly, boom, finds himself like on the verge of death. Up next we have Tyros. So Tyros, he comes out of hiding. He's still playing the range game. And what do you guys think collectively? Because I don't want to speak only on your behalf. My assumption is he would go after Fuzzbuzz because he has line of sight. What do you guys think?
That's what I would think. Because he saw that Fuzzbuzz has already let one creature out. He would probably do whatever he needs to try to stop him from
That's what I was thinking too. So he pulls up his longbow, aims it at Fuzzbuzz. And in classic Tyros fashion, it sort of flies by. But unfortunately, it doesn't fly by and hit the ghast. It just flies by. So he's going to sort of sneak back around the stairway and sort of hide out of sight. So he dips in and dips out. Aha! This brings us to the ghast. So, the ghast can move around freely, and it has some pretty interesting traits. So one is stench, right? So stench. Any creature that starts its turn within 5 feet of the ghast must succeed a DC 10 Constitution saving throw or be poisoned until the start of their next turn. On a successful saving throw, the creature is immune to ghast stench for 24 hours. So there's no one within 5 feet, so you've got that going for you. He also has what's called a turning defense. Any creature that starts its turn within... Oh, that's stench, my bad. I think it's turning defense. Bloop. The ghast and any ghouls within 30 feet of it have advantage on saving throws against effects that turn undead, which isn't a thing. And then he has bites and claws. So he has to get up on you. He's a melee fighter. So you can sort of guess where he's heading. See here. All right. So he is going to bite Syl. And indeed does bite Syl. Yeah. So he takes Syl into critical condition with 1 bite.
Because if Syl dies, that means that the only way to bring Syl back is by being blessed in a resurrection.
Yep.
Does anyone know how to do that? Glory?
Well, you'd have to carry her body back to a temple or something.
Yeah.
All right, this brings
I
us
think
to Fram.
I myself am blessed. I don't think I can bless anyone.
So Fram, this little girl has been through
Must
hell,
be
and,
nice.
and honestly, wishes that she had a weapon, but she is a child. This brings us to Spork. Right, so Spork, Spork knows that the Ghast has got his back, and Jabberjaw is bleeding out behind him, and Fuzzbuzz is largely unhurt. So going to continue to go after Icarus, and misses. And then as its move, sort of going to move away a bit. Then ends its turn. Alexandria, who's covering the floor with speckles of blood.
Delicious owl blood. Okay. I'm going to. Well, I don't think I can make it to the key. I mean, like same old song and dance here. I'm gonna take flight. Like fly over a little bit.
All right, 15 feet. Wait, you're just like, let's cancel all your moves. Now move where you want to go because it's like was not stacking up.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
All right, that's 15 of your flying. So that's 15 of your 50. You have 35 more.
Same old. I know it's kind of boring, but I'm gonna keep with the ranged attacks because no. No. Okay. Well.
You're lucky. You're lucky. You got an automatic miss. You fumbled, but there's no penalty because there's you rolled a lucky number 2, so no fumble. I mean, it's a fumble, but nothing. So your turn ends.
All right.
And so, like, the Grick sees that the Ghast has been released and thinks to himself, like I'm on deck, right? But he can't do anything at this turn. So Jabberjaw raises its short bow, and everyone seems to be going after Icarus. I think Icarus has been defined as the tank. Nothing happens. Moving on. This brings us back to Dinjarin. You guys have made a real mess of this level, that's for sure.
Let's see if I could actually move now. You know what? I am going to take my chances. And going. Hold on. Walking. I'm just kind of slowly taking my time to walk over there, just take it all in, thinking about life. Am I making the right choices here?
The Ghast thinks you are.
Am I setting myself up for something bad? I don't know. Okay, let's see if this...
I think you are setting yourself up for something bad. I'm pleased.
All right. I am going to use my spike chain on the Ghast.
All right.
Things have changed a little bit on here. Come on, something big. Nice. Okay.
Nice.
So with that, the Ghast needs to do a dexterity roll. And if they get 14 or above... Wait, 1 minute. Target must succeed on it.
You should roll the damage. It should do that automatically.
Oh, okay. Because if how do I do the damage again?
You roll the 2d6.
Oh, there it
Drag the
is.
damage
3.
onto the ghast. Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. I can't see him now.
If you zoom in on him, he'll see that he is quite horrible.
So he
Okay,
should
so
also
dead.
be. Sorry, give me a second. I had the thing up. So it says here, on a hit with this weapon, the target must succeed on a DC 14 Dexterity saving throw or suffer one additional effect of my choice.
All right,
there's
so he's
there's 3 that I can choose from.
Okay, so hold on. Let me just roll the 20 for him.
Come on, small.
So he
Damn it.
So he succeeds. Yeah, so he succeeds. So good try though, and also surprisingly good damage against the ghast. Did you use all of your move?
I did use all my move.
All right, so when he starts his turn, you will be poisoned. Cool. Syl is up and thinks maybe today is not the day to die, right? And your DM does remember that he poked fun that he would play or kill her because she couldn't play today. So she's gonna move out of range of this guy here.
Does she start with the poison damage from the ghast?
No, it's on the start of his turn. So when it's his turn, anyone within 5 feet takes poison.
Has to roll
right? Yeah. So, Syl's like, you know what? What we need to do is make sure that he doesn't get another turn. So she calls out for everyone to focus on the gas. So she does. Oh. And she connects. And I don't want to kill the gas. I just got him out of the cage. Oh crap.
Yeah.
So
way to go, Syl.
So Syl, as she's dispatching, he was so excited he got out of the cage. You hear him say,
Ranger danger! Ranger danger! I need an adult!
and then falls to the ground. So, you guys remember that from being a kid, right? Stranger danger, I need an adult. So it was an after school thing.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad I don't have to worry about poison.
And your dancing lights have now dissipated, right? So that's been
Yes.
the one round. So I removed those. Cool. All right. So Syl is super freaking pleased with herself, and takes the rest of her turn to move back into position with the spider. Because I think that's what she would do. Glory, you are up.
Cool. So
Yeah,
seeing
and just well, hold on. At the beginning of your turn, you
sorry.
you go fuzzy and you see flashes and you hear voices and spiders and just sizzle and like fuzz buzz, child fuzz buzz, and just for a split second you saw the ghast and then it was gone.
I saw the ghast, or
In these visions. No, it just it just flashed.
Okay.
Right. So you're not making much sense. You have to remember this is all happening real time, and it's not making much sense to you.
Right. Okay.
Now it's your turn.
Okay. So I'm super confused because I can't tell the difference between reality and these visions in my head, and I don't know where, like.
Oh no. You can. So like you're
Okay.
You're conscious. You're aware of what's happening around you. But for these little moments, it's like you ever had a head rush where you sort of get swimmy for a second and then you're okay. Think of it like that. Like just for a few moments, you're like you're swimmy, and then it just sort of goes away.
Well, all right. Well, I can tell that Icarus is cool now, and the ghast is dead. So I'm going to move down these steps. I don't have to do an athletic check for that, do I?
Nope.
And I'm going to go 30 feet.
Okay.
To here.
All right.
And
Someday.
I'm going to use my mage hand to try to get
Ooh.
the key.
I'm glad that Mage Hand is coming out, because to be honest with you guys, I was surprised that Glory didn't, just when you guys got here, use her Mage Hand to go get the key before you even engage with this stuff, but but whatever.
Well, I was too far away. I have to be within 30 feet of the item that I want to use it.
All right.
So I'm gonna use my Mage Hand. There it is.
All right. And where do you want your mage to appear?
I want it to appear above the key,
Okay.
which is behind Goblin Boss Slap Happy, because Slap Happy is looking towards all the commotion over there, and hopefully I caused enough distraction so that he's kind of looking at me too, and I'm gonna grab it and then have it bring it back to me.
All right, so into existence pops a hand. We think. Hold on. Bloop bloop. See, it has the key. How cool is that? Now, is Mage Hand? Is it like Unseen Servant, where they can? So you want him to bring it back, right?
Right, so a special floating hand appears at the point you choose within range. The hand lasts for the duration or until you dismiss it as an action. The hand vanishes if it's ever more than 30 feet away from you, and you can cast the spell again. You can use your action to control the hand. You can use the hand to manipulate an object, open or unlock a door, a container, stow, or retrieve an item from an open container, or pour the contents out of a vial. You can move the hand up to 30 feet each time you use it.
Cool. So it appears
the hand can't attack.
So let's see.
And the key isn't more than 10 pounds, right?
No. So this hand appears. You sort of see it sort of make its way around in a slight arc. Slap Happy, right? Because honestly, if it had went right past him, he would have stopped it, because he does see a key floating through the air. The hand then goes away, right?
Yes. Now that I have the key.
You have the key, so go ahead and write in your inventory, put cell key.
Cell key,
and
okay.
And I put a red X over the key to remind us that it's not there anymore.
Cell key.
And you have, and you now have the cell key.
Awesome. All right, and I still have my armor, and we're good to go. So I'm gonna go on to the next person.
And by the way, we're down another person, so I don't.
Who else dropped?
Stephanos.
Oh, she dropped a while ago.
Okay.
So here's the question for those who are left. Do you guys want to play it for a little bit longer? Because I can go longer today. If you guys want to finish this scene, I'm happy to do so.
I think we can finish the scene.
I mean, I got no other meetings. I canceled it for everybody. But if you want some personal time back, there's nothing wrong with saying what you guys want to drop. So we'll just play until someone says I'm done.
Yeah, I can finish the scene.
Cool.
Finish the scene.
All right, so Goblin Boss Slap Happy is like,
Where's the key? Jabberjaw. Spork, you guys have the key?
Yo, boss. You were guarding the key. It's on the table.
Yeah, that was your job. It was on the table. Where's the key?
So Slap Happy knows that something's up. He had one job to do, and did not do it. Cool. So he is going to go after you, Glory. So he assumes that somehow there's been some shenanigans. So he's going to attack you with his javelin.
Okay.
And he does get you.
But I do have my armor.
Yeah, no, it's already on.
Oh.
See,
okay.
damage absorbed. Huh? Look at that. Your agathis that we should learn how to pronounce at some point has paid off.
Cool.
All right.
And the creature takes 5 cold damage. I don't know if that means. I don't know how cold affects goblins, but.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. So
when it
if
misses,
the
it
creature
takes
hits
5?
you, So if a creature hits you with a melee attack while you have these hit points, the creature takes 5 cold damage.
Holy smokes!
Isn't the
Alright, he's
javelin a
hurt.
ranged weapon though? Not a melee weapon.
Yeah, but does it have to be melee? Is that what it said?
It said melee.
It
Yeah.
says melee, yeah. So okay, then never
Damn it.
mind.
Yeah, I'm guessing
that
that's
was-
because you have to be right near the creature for it to take the damage.
Oh, so like it hits you, and then it like it like frost just sort of explodes.
I'm
from
rubber,
you or
you're
something.
glue.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Very cool though.
I'm rubber.
I did not realize that piece. That's very cool. You and both you and Dinjarin busting out the clever stuffs. All right, Chob, is feeling pretty good about not having a gas on its ass, so he pulls out his longbow again, and he's going after the spider. This time he connects. And does some damage. And then, he looks to the girl and says, he says,
Fran, be calm. It'll be okay.
I know. I was trying to act, you guys. It didn't work out very well. All right. Chob's going to go ahead and take his turn.
That's always when things turn for the worse. Whenever we say, it'll be okay, don't worry.
It'll be okay. We'll get, as I always tell Michelle, and she hates this phrase. She hates it. Sweetie, we'll get through this.
Ugh, the worst.
I know, right? It's the fucking worst, isn't it? It's what it is.
It was like really close to calm down. That's like really borderline to like telling someone to calm down.
I know you're depressed, but just cheer up.
Yeah, smile.
But my intentions are so good. Like, we will get through this. We're a solidarity. We get through this together. All right. So, Fuzzbuzz, Fuzzbuzz is going to beeline. Anyone want to guess where he's going?
Probably for the
spider.
The glorp
or the grick.
Or the grick.
The
or
grick.
whatever that thing
All
is
right,
called.
so Curtis, you get an you get an attack of opportunity because he's beelining to let out the grick. So go ahead and hit him, and if you can one hit kill him with a melee weapon, so do whatever melee damage you want to the guy.
Oh, it'd have to be a melee. I can't use my spike chain. I mean, it's a melee weapon.
Yeah, if it's a melee, you can use it.
Okay. Come on, big damage. Oh.
So Fuzzbuzz, having let out the gas and it not sort of working out like he'd hoped, sees your spiked chain, knows it's not a good thing to get hit by, leaps over it, lands in front of the cage, and boom, the grick is free.
Is there a link that you could post for the for a grip, just so we could kind of see its stats?
Yeah, I can do that. Hold on 1 second. Ah.
Oh, it's like a
Let me,
pet snake of the Gorgon.
So I shared a picture of it with you.
Oh, that doesn't look too pleasant. Although my mind went to sushi for some reason.
Ah, sushi does sound good. It reminds me of Little Shop of Horrors. And then the grick is drag it into the window. There you go. There's a link. That's to the picture. My bad. Here's the grick info. It's like a worm. Like it blends in with the stonework of its lair. Only when its prey comes near does it rear up. So it's like it's one of those like hide and seek predators, right? But honestly, I should make you roll something to learn something about it on your turn. I want to give away the farm. Cool. So that ends Buzz's turn. Giant spider just like is shaking with rage. Now, Glory, it's very weird that you swear that the spider is looking at you. Next up.
Wait, I can't. Is there any way
No,
that
you
I can do a perception check?
No, not until your turn. But that is, yeah. But at least you know you got that going on. So Stephanos is sort of trying to read the room and realizes that Syl is super hurt. Would you all agree that she would go and try to heal Syl?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
so she gets
I
over.
think so. If she still has the ability to, because doesn't she only have like 1 or 2 times she could cast healing?
She has 1 left. This is her final heal. Then she does have a healing potion that she could use on someone if she needed to, and she has, she can keep you alive, so she can prevent character death. But she rolls it on Syl. Man, she's really healing the hell out of people. So she did that was a good heal. So she got her 10 points back. She's moderately hurt, but she's not in the risk of death anymore. So she moved, must return. She's just going to sort of hang tight where she is. She feels it's weirdly the safest spot that she can move to right now. Tempe, what's your play? You continuing up the stairs?
Yeah, I want to see where that guy went.
All right, give me 1 second.
I see how it is, guys. I happen to go downstairs and try to distract a dragon. Everyone gets upset. Tempe leaves the battle and goes upstairs to find someone. Everyone's like, good job, Tempe. I see how it is. It's because I'm a dark elf. All
right, Tempe. So let me
I
drag
don't think
you
that's
on
how
to...
it went down at all.
That's how my mind recalls it.
Our memory changes to benefit us, doesn't it?
All right, I'm sharing the record. So, of course, you're all going to see this because,
Well, it depends if the spinning wheel of death disappears on my computer.
Oh.
All right, so arena, da-da-da. There it is. Because it was spinning wheel of death on mine too, believe it or not. All right, so Tempe, you pop in upstairs, right? And hold on, do I not have line of sight and stuff on?
I can seem to see. It's like dark.
Okay, there we go. Now it should be dark, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can see in the dark a little bit, right? So, so what you see is, as you make your way up the narrow stairs, you're delighted to find nothing spectacular, right? It's been a long journey, or has it? How long have you been in these caves? Weeks? No, maybe a little over a day? That can't be right. Okay, let's do this. What is this level of hell going to be, going to bring to the table, right? Another spider, that's so played out. Some sort of land-based octopus, lame. More dragons, let's not dwell on things, right? Because you remember, you've got a dragon that's sort of made a deal with you. So from the stairway, you see that you're on the level directly above the arena, so you can sort of see the chaos below. While not close enough to peek over the edge, you know what's down there. You've been living it. Looking up, you can see 2 more levels above you. Like this level, they seem to be open in the middle with walkways around the edges. Gaps in the stone walkway are connected with wooden bridges that are made of the finest goblin craftsmanship. Right? So like, e.g., you can probably make it across, but won't be easy. So from what you see, this level seems to be some sort of sleeping quarters or something. Off to your left, you hear some snoring. Goblin 1, yells,
Roll over, Gerald. You be snoring, you moldy old bag of bones.
Shut up, you old hag. You're hearing yourself.
And with that, a symphony of gurgles and snorts continues. What you don't see is the hooded figure. And what you do see as you sort of peer around to the right, you see that unlike the other levels where you had to run across the level or do a thing, this is more like a spiral staircase, and it just sort of seems to continue going around to the right, like as if you could skip this altogether if you wanted to. But then again, you know, if you're like me, what would you be missing? So you don't know if Chob made his way into one of these tents, if he crossed one of the bridges across the way, or if he continued up the stairs. Not Chob. The hooded
Chob.
The hooded figure. And, you know, okay. I am slightly delighted that at least in this episode I got to do some narrative. Because I worked so hard on it. All right. So it's your turn, my friend. You know, you can't move anymore. That's all of your movement. You have an action. You can roll perception. You can do whatever you want to do.
I will. Perception.
Okay.
What do you are you wanting to understand the area?
Or see if you can tell if he ran off or went in there.
I want to see where the hooded figure went.
All right, then you need to roll an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation. Okay.
Ooh, eke over the edge. You're going to learn a little bit, not a ton, but it's a solid enough roll. So, you know, you sort of study around, you study the walls, you study the, you study the floor, and it's fairly well traveled, right? This is not the cleanest of areas. You know, you see bones scattered about. The hygiene of, like goblins aren't known for their hygiene, but you do notice, like on the floor, that the hooded figure has different boots than would be worn by a goblin. And while you see lots of goblin footprints heading off in multiple directions, and quite honestly, it would be impossible to sort of target a single goblin. There's just so much. There's only one set of human boots, and it looks like this human sort of walked to the edge, looked down into the arena, possibly, who knows, spun around, and then sort of headed up the next set of stairs. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. All right. That's my turn.
Yay! Yay, it's your turn. Okay. So, end your turn, and then we head back down to the arena. All right. Icarus is up, and she has her choice, right? So she's gonna pop up and position herself between the healer that has hooked her up and Goblin. What's his face? Sorry guys, I'm having a hard time moving. It's really jerky. Spork. Damn it. Stop jumping around. Perfect. So Spork, she wants to sort of dispatch these guys. She knows the Grick is going to be a problem, but what you guys don't need, she thinks, is additional people sort of causing problems. So she takes her warhammer and brings it down upon Spork's head. And does connect. And I don't think it's going to take much. We'll see what happens here. And in a pool of goblin meat, Spork breathes his last breath and finds himself dead. Icarus still has some movement left, so she's just going to make it very clear that nothing's going to get past her. And she ends her turn. This brings us to Mr. Tyros. So what would Tyros do? I think Tyros would pop out here. Line of sight between the column and the wall to the Grick, and would attack the Grick. Does that track with what you guys think he would do?
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
Yeah.
So he attacks the Grick. Oh, Tyros hits. Nice.
Ooh, out time, buddy.
Alright. Hold on one second. I gotta pull up the Grick stats. Ah. One moment. Alright, now I gotta roll damage on the Grick. Alright, so he took 5 points of the 10. He partially resisted. Could be a characteristic of the Grick. And of course, then he uses this turn, the rest of his movement, to sort of sneak back into the cave, into the entrance there, and ends his turn. Fram, nothing. Because what's the child to do? Brings us to Alexandria. Alexandria. Are you with us, Mushrooms?
Yeah, I am. I'm once again asking to do the same old song and dance. So I'm currently on the ground, right?
Yeah, you're on the ground.
All right. Well, I would let. Sorry, go ahead.
So full disclosure, you don't have to move. You have line of sight to things. Right, you don't have to fly to hit.
Am I not
right?
getting? So I was worried I would get some kind of like low ground like penalty.
No, I think if you look at the way the arena is constructed, it's on risers. So imagine that they want to, from every vantage point, they wanted to be able to see what was happening in the arena. So like with an arrow or something, you would be fine, right? Like you couldn't like easily jump over the walls, but I think shooting past them, the angles make sense. If you like look above the stairs, right? See how there's like the risers? Assume it's sort of like a bowl. It's like kind of like a bowl shape.
All right. Well, don't have to tell me twice. No.
All right. So you missed.
All right.
Did you want to move, or are you good where you're at?
Not a great day for me. I'm gonna move, right in front of who is this? Right in front of Glory, so that no reason.
Wait, what? I missed something.
I have not missed it. What are you doing? Get away from me. I don't trust you.
I'm simply here to vibe. I don't know what you're talking about.
So Glory like suddenly has like this giant bird like looking her like beak to eye. So good to go. All right, Alexandria, if that's the end of your turn, unless you're going to say, do, or whatever, like you're welcome to do so. All right, the Grick is up. So guys, do you want the bad news or the other bad news?
The other bad news.
Other bad news.
When the Grick attacks with his tentacles, he does some serious damage. 2d6 plus 2. But after a tentacle, he gets a second attack with his beak. If he hits.
Ew,
So if he hits with the tentacles,
like
he gets a beak attack. Now, he is melee. And he does have camouflage, but, whatever. He also is resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, and magic. Does this mean it doesn't... That's why when he got hit by the arrow, he only took half damage.
How about tickling?
Well, you'll find out. You'll find out because you're making a friend. Jiminy Grick, Jiminy Gricket is what we'll call him. Jiminy Gricket. He comes over and attacks Dinjarin with a tentacle. God.
Miss.
What you don't see is that I was trying to drag my dice and it moved the entire window around. All right. So tentacle attack.
I think
Dinjarin.
that counts as a miss.
No, that does count as a miss.
Oh, thank goodness.
And that ends his turn. Jabberjaw, like, really doesn't have much of a choice other than to come at Icarus with its scimitar. Oh! Oh no! All right, so it does a fumble. Checkbane, you have disadvantage on one random ability check until the end of your next long rest. All right, so basically this goblin's just going to roll with disadvantage because he doesn't do ability checks very often. He is, though, going to try to move away from Icarus and sort of find some solace with the Grick. So he moves over here, but that does give Icarus an attack of opportunity. So let's bring up Icarus and see what she does with her Warhammer. Nothing. So as Jabberjaw runs by, she swings her hammer and nothing happens. Ends his turn, brings us to Dinjarin, who's thinking to himself, you know, if this was a sandwich, I'd be the meat.
All right. Well,
After Fuzzbuzz.
I am going for
Tempe, you
Grick.
can't really help. I mean, I know you're joking around, but like, but you can't contribute because you're upstairs, like listening to goblins snore.
That's right.
Oh crap! Damn it!
Ooh, that's.
Wait, what are you hitting it? What are you hitting it with? Your longbow?
My maul. I pulled my maul out and I'm just swinging as hard as I can.
Okay, good.
Hoping
Good.
I smash
Let's
it
see.
hard enough where it either. thinks
He does
twice about
resist
attacking.
bludgeoning damage, so we'll see.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I'm not the brightest person, so I don't really know.
Crap. All right, so
Hey, it worked.
another 8, which you get half, so you get partially resisted. So he's, you're chiseling away at at Jiminy Grick. You want to move or hang tight?
Yeah, I'm gonna then move. Shoot! If I move,
If you move, he has an opportunity attack.
Well, if I move towards him, or if I back away, does he have an opportunity attack?
If you move away at all, because you're next to him and you're moving away, which means to move away, you're either backing away or spinning, and that means that he can take, and as you exit, like a swipe at you.
Oh. And if he hits, because he has tentacles, if he hits me, then he gets to do two attacks, right? Is that?
No, I don't think. I think that's on his turn. I think it's just a normal melee attack. Like I think it's just a 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will move. I will try to. I'm gonna kind of wedge myself here. I know it's not that far, but right there on top of the dead body of whatever that thing is.
All right. So then the Grick takes a swipe at you
Miss.
with his tentacles. 1 second. As you spin around. Oh, and you got so lucky. You got so lucky.
My luck is holding out so far.
You will not be so lucky next time.
And that should have been hard to understand.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know what you just said, worm thing, but
Exactly. But he is not happy with you. This brings us to Syl. I think Syl's gonna. Oh, that's Dinjarin. Hold on, Syl. Syl's, believe it or not, Syl's gonna go after the spider still. Don't you? I think she would try to still protect this girl. That I think would be her focus, assuming that the rest of you have the other guys covered. What do you think?
Yeah. I think her
Okay.
main concern is the child.
Yeah. All right. So she rolls at the spider, and in Syl fashion connects, and does. Jesus. 12 points of damage. right? This spider is hurting, and as the spider, takes that heavy hit, you see Fuzzbuzz sort of just like stagger a bit, and Glory, you also feel like a disturbance in the force. Glory, speaking of disturbance in the force, you're up.
All right. I feel a disturbance, but I don't stagger, right? Just clarifying words.
You feel
Okay.
a goblin boss like staring daggers in the back of your head. You've got a bird like flanking you on the other side.
Yeah, I'm not really comfortable. Yeah, not really.
You just had like this moment where like you felt a sort of weird disturbance in like with like the sort of the mind game that you have going on, and honestly, for the first time in a while, you had just done something that was seemingly unselfish.
Okay, so I don't like this bird next to me, so I'm gonna move away from the bird, but I think I want to get up on.
Yeah, you're in what's a racist for I guess avians? A birdist.
What happened to stop avian hate, huh?
Oh, you need a T-shirt that says "Stop Avian Hate."
Don't get so close. Then I won't have any. That has nothing to do with your owlness. Right. Has everything to do with this being too close. So I just want to move, and then I want to understand a little bit more about what's going on. Like I'm like a little confused. I want to know at what extent this connection is. Why do I keep seeing these visions? Like what else? Is there any way? Like, can I do anything with these visions? Or is it just visions? Like I guess is it just visions and sight, or is it also something else that comes with it? Like power or control, like mind control.
So are you trying to understand agnostic the sort of the visions, or are you trying to understand the spider's connection with you, or your connection with the goblin? Like, can you clarify, or are you just trying to sort of like you're just trying to clear your head? Like which?
No, I want to understand what this connection is. Like I drank this, I took a dot of this potion, right? And I'm wondering if I take more. Like I want to know like what this connection, like what's the extent of this connection.
Okay, so so that would be because this is sort of ritual based. I'll have you roll a religion check.
Oh wow. Okay.
Because that says,
right.
Your religion, it'll measure your ability to recall lore about deities, rites, prayers, religious hierarchies, holy symbols, and the practices of secret cults. That sounds about right? That's in your skill set.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I was just before I was gonna.
All right. So you rolled an 8. So, nothing. First off, there's a battle going on around you. There's a lot of chaos, and you really haven't had the time to think on it. But what you can come up with is like, you have definitely tapped into some part of this ritual that had been going on, and you somehow you sort of got connected in. So you're drawing a couple of light connections, right? The green liquid isn't necessarily a one-to-one thing, right? So even though it was it seems to be there to summon a dragon, there also seems to be a connection with this spider. Potentially there was a connection with the Grick. You don't know. You do know that these creatures aren't attacking the goblins, right? And before the Grick, before the ghast died, you did have a slight sort of flicker of gas, and then it was gone. But beyond that, you can't make much sense about the rest of this. And worth noting, you only had a drop of the green liquid anyway, so there's not really anything left. You have an empty bottle. Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
You.
Yep.
And let me.
Now you can attack, or you've used all of your move.
Oh, I thought that was my action.
No. That doesn't count as an action. Yeah. Let me move this. Let me move it back up to your turn.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
All right.
It's still your turn.
In that case, I want to where is he? All right, the Goblin fighter Jabberjaw. That's not Fuzzbuzz. Okay, I'm going to attack him.
Right, and as you're doing this, you hear from behind you.
Jabberjaw, do not let her pass.
Okay. I'm going.
So the Goblin boss is still yelling commands because he is the boss.
Do a cantrip of a Elder Blast upon Jabberjaw.
Jabberjaw.
So let me. Boop.
And yes, this time you guys, see Gloria sort of get in her own head, make some motions with her hand, and this time there's more than smoke and more than sparks. This time she connects with Jabberjaw. Roll your damage. Or the save, whatever.
Sorry, which one? How do you do damage again? I'm sorry. Which one is it?
You did Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
It's see the lightning bolt?
Sorry. Okay. Boing.
And thus ends Jabberjaw.
Nice.
If you want something done, I guess you've got to do it yourself.
All right. That used your turn and your action, so your turn is over.
Thank you.
All right. So Slap Happy, he's going to leap into the arena. Next to Alexandria. And on his way down, he's going to bring his scimitar on top of her. And fun fact, if he connects, he has multi-attack.
Does he have to do an athletics check?
Nope. He passively passed it. All right. That's it. All right. Next up is Chob.
So is that the round though?
That was the end of the round.
So we were originally going to say we were going to stop at this round, but I want
Oh,
to
I thought you said. I thought at the end of
video.
this. I thought it was the end of the scene.
Oh, end of the oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, we can do that if you want. It's up to you guys.
No. Wherever the team wants.
I can still go for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, we can.
So
We're just in the attack, right? So.
yeah. So fun fact, something I learned just now was Chob also has multi-attack.
Hey.
So he's after the spider, which means that was his first attack. Yeah, the scout makes 2 melee attacks or 2 ranged attacks. That's pretty awesome. And that means that he can also then flip around, attack the Grick.
Ooh, and he killed the spider.
And he does bring the Grick into critical condition. And there you go. That does end his turn. Bloop. Fuzzbuzz. Fuzzbuzz is not feeling the love, and is honestly trying to decide if he should just escape while he's still alive. So Fuzzbuzz is going to flee. Around the table. Hold on. Let's go here. And then he gets another 30. And guess what, Glory? You get a melee attack against him as he goes by you. So let him do his move, and then you can roll a melee attack. Ah, damn it. Boy, you guys, this is so laggy. It is almost impossible to use. Okay, that's where he's heading. So go ahead, Glory. Go ahead and roll melee. Any melee weapon you have against Wrangler Fuzzbuzz.
Get on up there.
Yeah, and Alexandria, you're a monk. You do have key. I saw you typed key. Key's cool as hell. And you don't have to move next to him. Just roll it on top of him. So, yeah. So yours, for instance,
Quarterstaff?
it would be either a dagger or a quarterstaff. I think it would be. I would use. Well, the dagger does 1d8 plus 2 damage. I'm sorry, does 1d4 plus 2 damage. Your quarterstaff does 1d6 plus 2. So your quarterstaff actually does more damage.
I'll do that then, and I'm gonna do it on top of him.
Yep, drag it on him.
Fuzzbuzz, right?
Fuzzbuzz, yeah. He ran by you.
Yeah.
Could she try to just grapple him when he runs by?
No, I have to.
Or does it have to be an
opportunity? It's an opportunity attack, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then go ahead and hit Fuzzbuzz. So you hit him. So let's see if you do any damage.
Yeah. Oh, I do that. I'm sorry. How do I see damage?
Oh no, damage is next to that is like 1d6 plus 2. Drag that little equation on top of it. Oh, he did a lot of damage. So yeah. So as he's flying by, you sort of use your quarterstaff to whack him on the back of the head, sort of making him a little dizzy, and he does make the rest of his dash, but that ends his.
Sorry, hold on 1 second.
Oh, all right. So that is the end of Fuzzbuzz's turn. It is now Stefanos' turn. So Stefanos is out of heals. So I think she would back away, and then attack with her crossbow. The Grick. Hoping to sort of be done with it. And she does connect. And hits the Grick. And kills the Grick. So she's pleased with herself. This brings us up to Tempe, who's on the second level.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back down the stairs to warn the others about the sleeping goblins above, and maybe run into Fuzzbuzz.
Cool. So let's put you not here. Let's take Tempe and drag you to here. So that'll be your turn, but you're sort of blocking the way. And Fuzzbuzz is looks you in the eyes, and he just says a single word.
Shit.
So he thought he was going to get away, and behold, Tempe. But that is your whole turn. No action can be taken.
Oh, I don't get to shoot it? Fine.
No, because I assumed that you were dashing down because it was 2 turns up and then 2 turns down. Remember? So if it's not a dash, then you're halfway down the stairways and you can take an action, but there's really nothing you can take an action on.
Yeah, if he's not in line of sight, it doesn't matter. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it was the same as when you went up. Which brings us to Icarus. So Icarus is going to leap.
Doesn't she have a ranged weapon?
She does, but she has her highest damage weapon's her Warhammer.
Oh, okay.
And she's more of a brute. So she does that. She brings her Warhammer down about Fuzzbuzz. Did I just roll damage?
No, you rolled Fuzzbuzz, I think. Because it said scimitar.
Damage. Hold on. Scimitar. Type slashing.
I think you're still on Fuzzbuzz. I think you need to select Icarus.
Oh, wait, hold on. Damage type. Oh, weird.
Just says damage 5.
Okay.
Yeah,
wrong
I think
thing.
because it's a scimitar. That looks like that's Fuzzbuzz's weapon.
My bad. So she crits. I think this will probably be our last turn, because I think this is probably going to end it here.
And we still have the boss.
Oops. And then we'll go here. And I think we're done with that person. Okay, I'll be running this. All right, and that's the end of that. And that's the end of Icarus's turn. Which brings us to Tyros. And anyone want to guess what he's going to do? He's going to step out.
Go after the boss.
And he's going to use his ranged weapon, his longbow. And misses.
in Tyros fashion.
Typical.
Alright. Fram, nothing. And Alexandria, you're up. And so I think it'll be our last round regardless. So. Oh, and you crit. And takes fall damage. Alright, so he does that, plus he gets an additional fall damage, which was, we established 1d6. And that, what's his name? Slap Happy? So where's Slap Happy? Hold on, Slap Happy. Let's take another 6 off of him. Why can I not find him? He's not dead, is he?
Unconscious.
No, he's right. I see him right next to Alexandria.
Oh, there he is. There he is. All right, so that goes to 18. Yeah, so he's very hurt. Critical. All right, and then that is now Dinjarin's turn, right?
Yes. I can't really
bring
do
us
much
home
from where I am, so I'm just going to move right here.
All right, there's your move. Let's clear your targets. And I'm assuming you're going to do a ranged attack?
I don't have a range attack.
Oh, I'm assuming you're going to end your turn?
Yes, I'm just a melee fighter.
Oh, there you go. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, so Syl, she's going to position herself here. Boom. She's going to raise her bow. And hits. And is this the end? Smite Force wins! So, you have upheld, so far, the deal you made with the dragon. I will assume at this point you release the child, and you call the prisoners up, just to sort of clean house. I can do this offline. We can loot the bags, put it in your party inventory, and then I assume you guys are going to sort of creep your way up. Or do you guys want to start here when next we play, and Tempe can sort of bring you guys up to speed? How you guys want to play this?
I say we start here, just
Okay.
Just because I think Tempe has to tell us kind of what's going on, and I think it would be good for everyone to be here to hear what he saw.
On the plus
and then
side,
just in case we need to drop anything from the loot, because if we're getting encumbered, we don't want to.
All right. What I will do is I'm going to add the encounter to the party sheet and award it. And you all just leveled up. So we'll level up next time too. Sound good?
Sounds
well,
good.
Alexandria, you didn't quite level up.
Oh.
All right, guys. You're so close. Hey, it was a lot of fun. Thank you so much. And, as they say, see you next time on the Smite Force Protocol. All right, guys. Good game. Talk to you soon.
See you guys later.
Fairly well.